This is the Dr. BMS channel. Please subscribe. Have you subscribed?
I've subscribed when you came. Yes. You subscribe? When will we subscribe? Please subscribe.
Welcome to the Dr. BMS channel. This is a channel which educates you about matters your body, mind, and soul. If you are new here, please subscribe to this channel. If you are a continuous viewer, welcome and feel at home. Today, we have another informative video, and we are glad to be joined by someone who needs no introduction. He's going to introduce himself to us, and we're going to pick it up from there. He's been at the helm of campaigning for alcohol and drugs in the country. We have seen him, he makes us laugh, he entertains us, and he's there with an important message. Today he has come to the Dr. BMS channel. Please welcome and introduce yourself to our viewers.
I like when people say I introduce myself.
Yes.
This is Mulolongo's finest, aka Mblada Akimondio, Chipukeezy himself. Kuna ingine ya kusema? Niko hapa na daktari. You see, it's not every day that you hang out with doctors. So I'm happy to be here today.
Most welcome, Chipukeezy himself, Mulolongo most finest.
Yes.
We are happy to have you, and apart from that, we know you have been at the helm of campaigning against drugs.
Yes. We've been working with NACADA as a director and also as a vice chairperson. It's been a privilege and honor to sit on the board and go around the country spreading the message of alcohol and drug abuse, trying to spread the message of staying sober. And so apart from making people laugh, I found myself becoming a teacher.
That's very useful. And now that you have been at the helm, what have you seen? How is the picture when you look at it about drugs in this country, and especially with our youngsters?
The picture is very ugly. It's a very ugly picture, if you ask, if I'm being honest.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I've been saying that after Corona, the next pandemic is alcohol and drug abuse. So many young people are losing their lives. So many families are being broken. So many kids cannot go to school because of the parents have gotten into alcoholism and misuse the school fees. So many violence. Violence za nyumbani. Even so many violence against women and men also. So the pandemic of alcohol and drug abuse, the picture when you look at it, it's very ugly. You see how, according to the research we've done last year but one, you see that young people from the age of 10 years are indulging into drugs and are also being used to sell.
Yes.
So imagine mtu wako primary anaanza kutumia drugs, unaona hiyo ni society inakaaje. So it's very ugly and we need to shout about it.
Wow. Yes. Financing for treatment of addiction and substance use. Is the government doing enough? Can it do more?
Let me tell you, the government says every day that it's broke. You've had that conversation that we keep on saying that the government does not have money. So the government, it might not be doing more, but it's trying. And that's because for the longest time, the issue of alcoholism and drug abuse was not taken as serious as it's been taken now. It was not. NACADA is under the Ministry of Interior. If you ask me, it should be another Ministry of Health.
Yes.
You get?
In fact, if there are reforms, they should start from there.
So the reason why it's under the Interior, ni kwa sababu the whole alcoholism and drug abuse was seen as a security problem. The security is not a health problem. So kitu yote security Serikali itajenga tu jela tu za kushika wale wanalewa usiku wanapitisha masaa, wale wanavutafuta bangi ovyo ovyo. You know, for the longest time the government has not had rehabs. The last 5 years, His Excellency the President has tried to, we've built some rehabs. So we are getting there.
One of the things I would say, I know the government, as you say, is doing something. Can't it try to work with the people who are already in the system, like government, public-private partnerships, build the capacity for the rehabs which are already there to accommodate people? There is that outside there showing over 400 Kenyans
Yes.
need to be in rehabilitation centers.
Yes.
We don't have that capacity, even if the government was to start building. Can the government consider working with the private organizations which are there, build their capacity? Because unfortunately, we run the Fountain of Hope Treatment Center in Syokimau, you know that.
Yes.
We are not even full to capacity. Why? Because people cannot afford it.
Yeah.
So with this issue of universal health coverage,
Yes.
if the government covered more, we would get more people coming to the rehabilitation centers, even as it plans to build its own. What's your take?
I think that's a welcomed idea. If you ask me, that's something that is doable. But from my understanding is that the government also has to, because you see, not every rehab follows the regulations that are set out there. Wewe unaweza kuwa unafuata, lakini kuna wengine pia ni biashara wanafanya tu na wanaumiza wananchi in a way, either financially or whatever. But serikali had to set a model, you know, that before it empowers, it has to set an example of you know, this is how we think as a government that a rehab should look like. This is how much we think that, you get my point. But what you're saying, if we combine the people who have already been there and we combine those efforts together, we would have ndege mbili na jiwe moja. Because the government alone cannot, it's not easy. Huwezi ukatoboa ukiwa peke yako. It's a problem. Na ni shida, nilikuwa nasema shida ya alcohol and drug abuse since tupate independence. Graph imepanda tu. Kuja chini. Despite all the efforts.
What more can we do?
I think what we are doing, shouting about it, having the conversation, not looking at it as a government problem, it's our society problem, involving everyone, making people, letting people know that, and also changing our way of, you know, society yetu iko na so much hypocrisy and respectfully that inaturudisha nyuma more than kutupeleka mbele.
I heard you in one of your sessions saying that we can involve like the people who have influence in the society, celebrities.
Yes.
Such people.
Such people, because when you see sometimes you see a celebrity singing about shere, singing about alcoholism, singing about bangi, projecting whatever they're projecting, and then we use those people, you know, to communicate the same message. We don't look for the clean ones. Hata Yesu hakukuja kwa wale wasafi. We have the conversation we use, because if politicians are hiring celebrities to campaign for them, then why don't we also hire celebrities to push our communication, our message? You know, let's have artists. Let's have schools during classes have these conversations. Let's change the syllabus completely. That kwa campus, to train walimu wale wanakuja kufunza wanafunzi. To change hiyo system ya kutrain teachers, wafunzwe kuhusu alcohol and drug abuse, so that wakikuja hao wenyewe wako na knowledge. To encourage our bosses, places of work, Safaricom, UON, everywhere that people work, that hiyo awareness inafanywa na hiyo conversation wasee wanaihave. We involve everyone who has a voice. Even the politicians, the members of parliament, they have a crowd that they speak to every now and then. Forget about when they're campaigning, when they're elected. You know, let's involve everyone and use every little influence we have to educate our people, because our country also is young. So some of these things, tuna grow as a nation na tunaendelea pia ku recover from vile wa koloni walituacha. So tunaweza try to save the generation that is coming, but the ones that we are here now where we are at, we can try and look back and put together our efforts. I normally say it's not a government problem. It's not a fountain of hope problem. It's our problem. It's as a country. So tuweke kichwa zetu pamoja, wale watu wako na pesa, hawa watu wenye wana advertise Tusker, wana advertise Pilsner, all these kwa TV, kwa billboards, just know that you have a responsibility also to teach and to hire the same celebrities you are hiring to push a positive message. Because those things are there, they are legalized by the government to be consumed. But then again, effects za kudrive, uki overspeed utakufa. So niambie niki overdrink pia, nina stand chance za kukua mgeni wako kwa Fountain of Hope.
Okay, thank you for that. To our young people, because this is the generation we are at, and it's a generation holding the future generation. What message do you have for them?
We have to start preparing for tomorrow today, and we have to be our brother's keeper. It's fun and games until you finish campus or high school and realize that you've wasted your life. You know, there is no, tunajipiga kifua sana saa yenye tume overdrink. But truth of the matter is, hiyo energy una need kuitumia kufanya vitu more productive. Unajua, so in as much as these choices and these things are there, in as much as it's fun to do them, in as much as sherehe ni sherehe, sherehe ni sheria is what we say. Lazima tukuwe responsible in a personal level, that tusiingizane kwa shimo. Kuingizana kwa shimo ni tusikue tu watu wa kwenda out kulewa tu sherehe. Na pia sisi wenyewe atuambiani that hizi pia si tumeona. Unajua hata kama hatujakuwa educated, umeona budako vile amekuwa affect wewe na education yako. Umeona brother yako ama kwa neighborhood, umeona vile huo your neighbor mwenye ni mlevi sana vile ameaffect hiyo familia yake. It's not like we don't know, we see. So tusikubali kukopi hiyo what we found in the society, to make the new normal. Let's also try and bring about change ourselves, you know. In as much as we are young, we're not going to be young forever. We ni miaka, by the time ufike, kama Eric Omondi unaona amezeeka, sasa ako 40. He's no longer a young person. You see, it's a very small window ya kukuwa myang yenye tunafaa pia sisi tuko kwa shule, let's take time to prepare for tomorrow. These things of alcohol and drug abuse are real. We see them. Tunajua mabese zetu wale wanakunywanga sana, tunajua mabese zetu wale wanavuta sigara sana, tunajua mabese zetu wale wanavuta bangi sana, and we know the effects. If we're in class, we see them. If you're in the villages, we know the relationship they have with their parents. You know, so then unconsciously we must know that we have a responsibility also to talk to each other. You know, sisi ndio tunajua nani anauza bangi wapi, sisi ndio tunajua ile club popping, sisi ndio tunajua King Changai inauzwa wapi. Hiyo information tunaweza itumia pia positively badala kuingizana kwa shimo.
Wow, what a conversation. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. And that message has gone to all our viewers, especially our young adults. We love you, and that's why we are here to educate you. We care about your body, your mind, your soul. Please subscribe if you've not. Follow us on all our social media handles. We'll continue to bring you very informative videos like this one. We will bring you people who can tell it as it is. And we appreciate your time. Do you have anything else to say before we...
The only thing that you have not told them is that, guys, do you know that rehabilitating yourself is more expensive than educating yourself? So don't get yourself there. You know, try and not... Wazazi wachange mbuzi na wauze land wakupeleke shule. Alafu sasa bado warudi tena, uende uvute bangi, kunywe chang'aa, wachange tena, waanze kukutibu, wakutoe kwa rehab. Itakuwa you are wasting your time. By the time I'm 31 now, 31st. Diamond alisema juzi yako 31. Ako 31st. I'm 31 years old. I'm 31st. And if I look back, I'm so happy that I've been able to utilize my time well as a young person. You know, I've not wasted 3 years going to rehab or 5 years to recover. Since I left high school, I've been on the run. So can you imagine? Usifikirie ni fame ndio imeniweka mahali niko. Pia nimekuwa niko sawa. So wewe utamaliza high school, ukifika by the time ufike 35 years old, school ulienda kwa kona, unafaa uko mahali kama hapo watu wanakuintroduce wanasema the vice chairperson of so and so. You know? So guys, we have a responsibility to take care of our future, man. We don't have time. And also let's encourage the policy makers. Hizi vitu za pombe, you know, tuanze kufunza watu. Actually it's again on the syllabus. Tuanze kufunza wananchi wetu kupenda sheria badala ya kuiobey. In the sense of ninaobey sheria, yani napenda sheria yangu. Siwezi nikauzia mtoto pombe kwa sababu mimi napenda sheria yangu. Ninapomuuzia mtoto pombe, spendi nchi yangu, spendi sheria, spendi maisha yake. You know, ninapomuuzia mtu ambaye pombe masaa ambayo hafai kuuzwa, sipendi sheria yangu. Unajua kuobey sheria ni utalipa karao wa kuprotect. Ninapofungua bar karibu na shule ya primary ama karibu na campus kama hii, na obey tu sheria. Sipendi sheria na sipendi nchi yangu. So tupende nchi yetu ndio tupendane, ndio tuprotectiane. Next time takuja nihubiri. Asante sana.
Wow. You got it. And thank you for your time. Continue watching. This is the Dr. BMS channel. Please subscribe. Have you subscribed?
I've subscribed when you came.
Yes.
Nili subscribe. Wewe umesubscribe. Please subscribe.
Thank you very much.
Asante daktari.
Oh, wow.